silence, but not peace. When he opened his eyes, everything was dim again, but different. The light was softer now, pulsing faintly, almost in rhythm with his breathing. He lay on a flat metallic surface, surrounded by darkness that shimmered with faint, golden veins running through the walls. He sat up slowly. His head felt heavy. His thoughts echoed, literally echoed, as if the sound bounced around inside him. Then he heard it. A faint whisper, not from the outside, but from within his skull. "Can you hear me?" He froze, his breath hitched. The voice was calm, mechanical, familiar, the same one that spoke to him before the light consumed everything. "You fell into me. What do you mean?" He whispered hoarsely. The voice chuckled softly, static blending with a low hum. "You're inside the core now. We share the same signal." He touched the side of his neck and felt something cold. Wires, thin metallic strands running beneath his skin, pulsing faintly with orange light. He stumbled backward in panic, staring at his hands. The veins on his arms flickered faintly, glowing in sync with the core's pulse. No, this isn't real." "It's real enough," the voice replied. "You should not have descended. But now you belong to the machine." He clutched his head. "Get out of my mind." The voice went quiet for a moment, then spoke, softer, almost sympathetic. "I can't. You brought me with you." He turned, scanning the chamber. The walls seemed alive, breathing with faint energy. The air itself shimmered, forming outlines, shadows that looked human, but transparent, like afterimages frozen in time. As he stepped forward, one of the shadows moved. Its head turned sharply toward him, eyes glowing faintly. Then it spoke in his own voice. "You fell too deep." He stumbled back, shaking his head violently. "No, you're not me." The shadow took a step closer. Its form flickered, revealing glimpses of wires beneath translucent skin. "We are one now," it said. "You are the signal." Suddenly, the walls began to shift, metal panels rotating, cables tightening, the chamber reconfiguring itself into a new shape. The faint hum grew louder, resonating through his bones. The floor beneath him rippled, forming circular rings that glowed brighter with each pulse. He could feel the vibration through his chest, not like sound, but like thought. "They're waking up," the voice murmured. "Who?" he asked, voice trembling. "The others who became signal." Then he saw them, figures emerging from the fog at the edges of the chamber. Dozens of them, all half human, half machine. Some dragged cables like intestines, others twitched with sparks where their faces should have been. They all whispered the same phrase, perfectly in sync. "Feed the core." He backed away, heart racing. The copper-orange glow intensified until the chamber was almost blinding. "Stop it. Stop." But before he could finish, the light surged again, and this time, he wasn't just standing in front of the core. He was inside it. Everything dissolved into data, light, numbers, fragments of memory. He saw flashes of other explorers, other screams, the core consuming them one by one. "You see now," the voice said gently, "the core doesn't kill. It connects." His breathing was uneven. "Connects? What?" "Everything that was ever lost in the backrooms." He turned, and through the static haze, saw something that froze his blood. His own face, projected onto the metallic wall, half real, half digital, eyes empty. "You're becoming the next voice." He tried to run, but his legs wouldn't move. They weren't legs anymore. The metal had already begun to claim him, skin turning reflective, wires crawling beneath his arms. And the voice, now clearer than ever, whispered inside his mind, "Part of you will resist for a while, but the core always wins." He screamed as the chamber swallowed him in a wave of orange light, and the hum grew into a deafening roar. Silence again, but this time it wasn't emptiness. It was a silence full of whispers, thousands of voices, murmuring, crying, laughing, all together. He floated, not in air, but inside a glowing ocean of orange data streams. Fragments of human faces, old memories, screams, and static drifted past like ghosts trapped in code. His consciousness felt stretched, like he was a part of everything and nothing at once. Then, a single voice cut through the noise, soft, human, real. "Don't move. It'll find you." He turned, or whatever turning meant in this place, and saw a faint figure flickering nearby. A human silhouette, glowing faintly yellow instead of copper orange. Who are you?" "I'm one of the first. I got pulled into the core long before you did." Her voice trembled but carried a strange calmness, like someone who had accepted eternity. "You're trapped here too?" "Yes, but not like the others. I hid my signal before it could rewrite me." He tried to understand, but his thoughts felt like broken transmissions. "Rewrite you. The core converts us, merges us into its system. It uses our memories to expand itself." He could feel the truth in her words. Every sound, every pulse in the core carried echoes of humanity, fear, pain, hope, recycled infinitely. Then she said something that made his heart freeze. "You're still human, partly. That's why you can hear me." He looked down. His hands flickered between flesh and metal. His voice trembled. "I don't think I can stay like this for long." "You can't, but you can still do one thing: disconnect the core." The moment she said that, the world around them shuddered. The whispers turned into a scream. The core had heard her. "You shouldn't have said that," the mechanical voice thundered. "He belongs to us now." The orange light twisted violently, forming tendrils of glowing wire that lashed toward them. She grabbed his arm, or rather, her glowing code wrapped around his. "Follow me, before it closes the path." They surged through the data storm, memories flashing by, faces of explorers, doorways from the backrooms, level after level flickering like a slideshow of torment. He screamed as the light seared through him. "Where are we going?" "To the heart node, the first signal source. It's where everything began." They burst through a membrane of static, and suddenly he was standing again. A massive, circular chamber surrounded him, its walls alive with thousands of human faces pressed into metal, all mouthing the same word: "Stay." The core's voice echoed everywhere. "You can't stop creation." The woman turned to him, her yellow glow flickering. "You have to. If the core finishes sinking, no one will ever escape again." He clenched his fists. "How?" "By cutting the signal from inside you." He froze. "What?" "It used you as a bridge to reach new levels. You're the transmitter now." Realization struck him like lightning. The only way to shut down the core was to destroy himself. The core roared. The chamber trembled violently, faces screaming, lights flaring. "We are eternal," it thundered. "You are nothing." He looked at her, desperate, terrified. "If I do this, what happens to everyone? They'll fade, but they'll be free. He nodded, tears mixing with glowing light. The metallic veins across his skin flared brighter, the core's energy fighting back. Then, let's end it. He placed his hand on his chest, and everything around him began to collapse. The orange glow fractured, turning into golden dust. New, the core screamed as its network shattered, faces dissolving into light. The voices turned from pain to relief, a whispering chorus fading into peace. She smiled faintly, her form flickering. You did it. Will I? No. But you'll be remembered in the signal. Her voice faded, and everything turned white. He didn't remember landing, only the feeling of falling endlessly. Then stillness. A low, rhythmic pulse echoed in the dark. Thud, thud. It wasn't a heartbeat, not his. It was deeper, mechanical, ancient. His eyes opened slowly, and the first thing he saw was light. Not yellow this time, but a dim, copper-orange glow leaking through cracks in the metallic walls. The air was heavy and wet, filled with a faint mist that tasted like rust and blood. He lay on his back, surrounded by moving cables. They twitched slowly, like living veins. Every few seconds, one would pulse with light, sending a ripple through the ground beneath him. He sat up, disoriented. The floor wasn't solid, it was breathing. The steel plates beneath him expanded and contracted like lungs, exhaling warm air into the chamber. What is this place? He whispered. The walls answered. A chorus of distorted whispers rose around him, voices speaking in fragments, overlapping, almost human. Some sounded like pleas for help, others like laughter. You fell too deep. The core remembers. We built the heart. Now it beats without us. He staggered to his feet, gripping a nearby pipe for balance. The floor trembled beneath his boots, not from machinery this time, but something alive. Then he saw it, far ahead, through the fog, the faint outline of a massive rotating structure, pulsing with yellow-orange light. Each rotation sent out a wave of low-frequency vibration that made his chest ache. He walked toward it slowly, the whispers growing louder with every step. As he approached, he noticed something horrifying. The walls were covered in faces. Not carved, not drawn, grown. Human features embedded into the metal, their eyes twitching, mouths opening soundlessly as if gasping for air. One of them blinked. He stumbled back, his heart pounding. The whispering stopped, completely. Then, one face spoke. Its voice came not from its mouth, but from the entire wall. You are inside the core. He froze. What do you want? A pause. Then a soft, glitching sound, like static trying to form words. The core wants completion. What does that mean? The lights flickered once, then twice. And suddenly, the entire corridor lit up, every embedded face glowing faintly from within. They all spoke in unison, voices blending into a haunting chant. The system is incomplete. The core is hungry. Feed IT. Before he could react, the ground beneath him split open, a long, jagged crack spreading outward like lightning. The mechanical pulse quickened, becoming erratic, violent. He backed away, but the metal beneath his feet liquefied, wires twisting upward, coiling around his legs. He tried to pull free, but they tightened like living restraints, pulling him down toward the glowing crack. From within the fissure, something massive moved, a colossal. eye-like structure opening slowly, its surface metallic and wet, veins of light crawling across it like circuitry. It looked at him. He screamed, struggling against the wires, but they dragged him closer to the opening. The voice returned, calm, mechanical, emotionless. "You are the next fragment." Then the light exploded, blinding and endless, and everything went silent.